producing the editing for my new Symbols of Power Navigating the Maze and slash Westworld film. And so I wanted to give you guys an update on what I'm working on with that. It should be maybe at about a 2 hour film presentation at the most, but I'm not sure how long it's going to be once it's finished up and I've got everything edited. Um, so I want to take a poll with you guys because I have an idea for. I want to release a lot more content that doesn't take like months to produce, which this one has taken um, a good portion of this month of April just to produce, and I was hoping to get it finished and published before the season premiere of Westworld, which is today actually. So I'm not going to meet that deadline, unfortunately. So it might definitely affect the reach that I was hoping for the film. But either way, I should have it done within the first week or two of the new season. So that should be okay. Also, I wanted to get it published before the new season drops, so that way, you would really have some awesome insights to understand for those of you who actually pay attention to very symbolic shows like that. So I want to take a poll for you guys to see whether I've had ideas. I wanted to like publish just the audio portion before I go ahead and add in all of my graphics and all of my visual illustrations for the film. So I was thinking, maybe I should start just publishing the audio, um, basically the audio tracks for these before I actually publish the full film. Although I'm pretty reluctant to do that, I don't think it will do well, and I think it will probably just hurt. Yeah, I think it'll probably hurt me in the long run because I don't know if you're willing, once if you watch the or listen to the entire audio about it, you probably won't have the interest to go ahead and watch the full film once everything is completely finished. So I'm reluctant to do that. But what the plan is, I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start first. I'm going to release the full entire film presentation. That way, that's the best way to watch it. That's the way everyone should watch it. You should treat it like a movie, treat it like a typical, and like the same way you watch any other movie. You set 2 hours aside anytime you have 2 hours, sit down, eat some food, drink some tea or whatever, hang out and watch the full film as if it's a movie. That's the way my content is supposed to be taken in. You're not supposed to be watching it on the go while you're focusing on other stuff. You're supposed to treat it as if same way you watch a movie. But so what I'll do is I'm thinking I'm going to publish the full films, and then I'm going to come back and split them up into 15-minute segments into a 15-minute series. And that way, for those of you who don't have time, you don't have any attention span, you don't have any appreciation for deep information, you can sit down and watch the 15-minute segments, and you can watch those in your free time, however you want. You can watch them all one after another, or you can, watch them on the go, however you want to do it. But that way, I think, that I think I should do that. That way, it encapsulates, my entire audience, so that for those of you who don't have time, and everyone's writing to me complaining about, you you love the content, but you just don't, it's too much information to absorb all at once, and you don't have time to watch 3 hour film, 4 hour film presentations like some of the Symbols of Power have been. So yeah, that way it will make everyone happy. You can watch the 15-minute segments, or you can watch the full film, however you want to do it. Although I highly recommend setting aside the time, sitting down and watching the full films. That's the way you get the full message. If you split it up into segments, you're not going to get the full flow unless you watch all those segments consecutively, one after another. And I think that could also really help my channel, really support for some of the segments that might get demonetized for sexual education, or for human anatomy, for anything controversial. YouTube is demonetizing all of my content. I can't make any money for my presentations to to save my life. It's pretty ridiculous. But so yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll split them up into segments, and we'll publish that after I publish the full film. I've been trying to decide whether I should publish the 15-minute segments first and then follow up with the full film, but I think that will reduce the impact of the release. So I don't want to do that. But the main thing I want to take your opinions on and take a poll for everyone is: would you be willing to watch, just the audio and then the full film once it's produced? I mean, that will definitely help out my channel a lot. Help me get a lot more views, and that way the audio shouldn't be demonetized for any reason. I don't think. Um, I'm not going to be cursing in any more of my films, just because I realize a lot of you have family, and although I have a very crass sense of humor and everything, and that's the way I like to do my things. I like to make them fun, and include a lot of like vulgar humor in there as well. But I realize that's not appealing to a lot of my audience, so I'm gonna stop a lot of that. I'm gonna make it, and I'm dressing up. I'm dressing a lot more professionally for all of you guys that are, you want it to be, really professional and really serious. So I'm doing that. So you're really going to love this presentation. It's amazing. So it's a continuation. It's the next part. It's Symbols of Power Part 4, Navigating the Maze. Um, encompassing the entire deep esoteric and symbolic meanings of Westworld, as well as the overarching theme of the maze at large, the universal concept of this universal rite of passage of the labyrinth and the maze, especially encompassed in Hollywood films and in Hollywood media. So you're really going to like it. It's an awesome archetypal story that I've compiled. So I've almost got the storyline, the storyboard finished out for that, and almost got all the audio in line. So it should be finished soon. So if you guys are interested in that, if you want me to release, it can be, you can listen to it like a podcast. It will have, just me talking on camera as well. So there will be some visual if for some reason you want to sit and just watch me talk, but there won't be any graphics, no symbolism, no film added into there as well. So it will just be the raw footage of me reading the storyboard. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I might end up publishing it if it's not going to hurt. If it's not going to hurt the final release of the final publication. I don't want to release this, crappy rough draft of it, of just the raw footage, and then have, everybody not watch the full presentation because you think you've already, heard it all. Because you definitely haven't. The final presentation will be completely mind-blowing. And the raw footage will not. I mean, you can listen to it and it will give you some, it will get your gears working for sure, but you're not at all going to grasp what it's actually about without seeing. All my presentations are multimedia. You need the visuals. You have to actually see what is going on in order to really fully grasp and fully understand it. So that's another reason why I think it would be good to release this, is because it will pique your interest. It will get your gears going without giving away the entire, without giving away the mind-blowing secrets too soon. And blowing the load too too soon. So yeah, let me know what you think. I might also release a separate poll on the community tab on my channel, so that way you guys can vote and you can let me know your thoughts, your comments, your questions if you have any. So yeah, I think that would be good. But I've been wanting, that's an idea I've had to sort of boost the interest and pique everyone's interest for the upcoming films, as well as give you a teaser of what's going on. I'm gonna release a trailer for it as well. That way it'll give you a sneak peek and pique your interest, give you a teaser for what is all gonna be included in it. I like to do that. I like to include several trailers as I go through. I'll include a rough draft trailer, I'll include a final trailer, an extended length trailer, once I've got everything all in line and almost ready to publish. So I'll do that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. And I just wanted to give you an update on that. I am working on several films right now. I've got, if you're interested in what I'm working on, I've got a lot of projects in the works. I was doing a short video about the Will Ferrell live satanic mock ritual So I've also got a production on that going. It's almost finished. It's not very deep, that's just basic stuff. Although it was entirely encompassing all the stuff we covered in Symbols of Power Part 2, the perineum and the urogenital triangle and all of that stuff. So I wanna do a brief Symbols of Power breakdown of that. Let's see, what else am I working on? I've just published like a ton of new entire article presentations in ebook format on patreon.com/lifting the veil on my Patreon page. So if you haven't, if you don't follow my page there or anything, that's where I'm publishing all of my work before I actually produce it into films. And that's what I'm doing. I'm writing all these things out, basically doing it as an outline for how I'm going to produce the films. So if you're interested in that, you can check those out before the films come out. And I publish all my stuff there first. So if you want to see everything first and you want to get the downloads and you want to go through all of the information yourself, that way you can go through it while you're watching the film. You can, check it all, see it all for yourself. So that's something really good that I've been doing. I've been doing all the articles first, so that's what I've been spending all my time for this past year doing. That's why I haven't produced any films or any videos since my hydrotherapy presentation, which was almost this time last year. So it's been almost a year since I produced a video of my own. And I'm sorry about that. I've been really wanting to get as much published as I can. And I've been really disappointed by not being able to have the time with all that's been going on in my personal life to be able to continue to produce these films and these presentations. But I've been working really hard to do that. So that's what the articles are for, is so that hopefully the production process will be a lot more expedited. So that way it'll be a lot smoother in editing. I don't have to jump around and cut segments and, add segments in and, cross things over and delete copies of things and all this stuff that just takes so much time in production. So I think that will hopefully cut down on production time and speed up the release of a lot of my films and videos. So that's what is going on. I've also recorded one about the esoteric themes about the Ridley Scott's Alien series, as well as Prometheus, the deep underlying symbolic mythology and astrotheology of the Prometheus, and how it relates to human anatomy, and a lot of occulted esoteric anatomy in there as well. Really mind-blowing. It's really interesting. And I've done a lot of just simple graphics that I think I'm going to go through and do just 5 minutes, like single etymology videos, just etymology word of the day. We'll focus on one word, what that one word means, but you won't understand the full context of how it applies universally, how it applies to so many other aspects of all these different things, which is what makes it so interesting. Just going through one word at a time isn't really, nobody cares. I did one about the etymology of twerk, and I'm going to do an update version of that because there's a lot more that I didn't include in there. So that's the thing, is nobody really cares about etymology, just single words of that. Even if they're really interesting words, they have a deep symbolic meaning and a deep symbolic history. So I think I want to do that as well, and I'll start doing just single videos about each graphic that I make as it comes out, because I want to release these graphics and do short videos that you guys can easily absorb and easily it'll make it easier to share, more shareable content. And that'll help support the work, and it will, number one, it will cut down on my production time, so it will help me release a lot more videos, which will help support my channel, and it'll help support me and help support the work that I do in the meantime that takes in between the several months of editing for full films and full presentations. I've got a full presentation written out for the David Hogg, the whole Florida shooting thing going on. I want to do a separate etymology symbolic presentation about the onomancy of David Hogg himself, about what his character role is, his archetypal role in society is, as well as the onomancy of his name, who he is, what he really his role is in this whole agenda that goes on. So it's not just some random thing that has happened, unfortunate series of events that has happened. It's a deep symbolic thing. So I want to include that. There's a lot of onomancy going on in the Florida event as well. So I want to cover that in a full presentation. I've been wanting to do live streams about this, but as for those of you who know, I can't do live streams anymore since YouTube revoked my live streaming privileges, since they've deleted my Code Orange false flag presentation video. They deleted that, gave me a copy, or gave me a community guidelines strike, so now I can't live stream anymore. It should wear off here, hopefully. I think anytime now. It should be the end of this month that it should wear off, if not the beginning of May. So I should be able to do live streams again. Only problem is I can't do live streams because my internet connection sucks and it's too slow to actually live stream. So I can't do that even if I wanted to, which I do want to. I'm going to start doing a Lifting the Veil show with some of my friends where we do linguistics. We go deep into the symbolism and the linguistics. My friends Stefan and Christina and my friend Vigil Quinzer. We're going to start doing podcasts or, Lifting the Veil show where you guys can call in and do Q&A. You can add your input. You can, it'll be a hangout where we cover all this stuff. We cover current events. Since I do want to cover current events, I don't do news or any of that stuff on my channel. My channel is better than that. It's much higher quality than doing news updates and current events. Although there are a lot of deep symbolic aspects of current events that I want to cover. So we can do that. Things like the QA nonsense psyop going on. The things like Donald Trump and Syria and all of these psyops that are going on that are completely controlled opposition psyops. 100% without question, especially if you understand occulted symbolism, if you understand how the occult works, how the dark cabal actually works, the dark priesthood. Not sitting here surfing 4chan thinking you're going to get deep esoteric, occult insights into how the cabal works by, getting 4chan drops and QAnon droppings on the internet, leaving his droppings all around for everyone to sift through and, sorting through his droppings. It's absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, so I'm going to completely destroy all of that. And I know this is going to upset a lot of you, and a lot of you will unsubscribe, and you're going to start calling me a shill, and you're going to leave. But you know what? I don't care. The truth is the truth, and it's going to be known, and you're going to get a hard dose, a hard wake-up call, whether you like it or not. You will wake up, and you're going to start understanding how the cabal actually works, and how symbolism what it actually means and how it's actually incorporated into all of these psyops and how they work. So yeah. So I'm going off track. I'm making this a lot longer than I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be just a 5-minute poll update, but I wanted to also give you guys some insights into what I'm working on and include you into the process to get your input and your feedback. So I want to know what you think about all of this and give you an update as to what's going on. I've also been wanting to do covering some of these things on Facebook Live as well. I want to start broadcasting some of my full presentations live on Facebook. That way you guys can go through and you can ask questions along the way, and I'll just answer, questions, and, we can discuss these things as, live in real time as you're watching this. For those of you who are following me and, we're connected on Facebook. That way, it can also build some interest for people who don't know my YouTube channel and all of these things. It will help me break through the stupid algorithms of suppression on Facebook where, nobody's seeing my content anymore. I'm completely shadow banned to where, they're not showing anyone my content. For those of you who follow the page Lifting the Veil, you are seeing the content, but when you share my posts, no one else sees that post. It's you share it, no one else sees it. That's how it goes. It goes one layer deep. It doesn't go into your friends list. No one, none of your friends of your friends are going to see it. It just goes to you, and that's it. You're the only one that sees it. That's how shadow banning works, and that's what they've done to all of my pages. So I think that will be a good idea too. We can do like webinars, Q&A sessions, hangouts on Facebook, and anything you guys want to ask me. If you want, I want to do live debates as well. I want to debate everyone out there, all of you guys out there that are convinced that veganism is a new world order psyop in order to destroy the world and to to make people weak and docile and to cull the population. Debate me, come at me, I will destroy you. I will. If you think you have a solid case, come and make it live, face to face. Come challenge me. You know, state your case, state your facts, state your evidence, and I will destroy it one by one. We're not going to go through and have have out ad hominem attacks, calling me, gay, and calling me a tranny because I have long hair, and all of this stuff that I've been going through. And anytime I publish this on Facebook, so for those of you who are convinced about all of that stuff, back it up. Put the apple where your mouth is. And speak your truth. And if you have a case, come and make it, and come and debate live, face to face, live in real time, where everyone can comment, everyone can leave their input, and we can go through all of the facts and address all of this stuff. So I want to debate about that. We can debate about QAnon, we can debate about Trump, we can debate about any of these things, and I want to start doing that. I think it will raise a lot of awareness for these important topics, these important issues, and these irrelevant issues, these irrelevant complete rabbit holes, these complete psyops like QA nonsense, and or actually pronounced canon, because that's what it is. It's canon law. Canon is a religious dogma. It's a religious doctrine, and that's exactly what it is. It's cult following. You're all followers. You're a cult. You're following each other. You're following the Pied Piper. You're following the leader straight off the edge of no ledge. You're the blind mice following the Pied Piper, down the rabbit hole into Wonderland, getting lost. You're not going through the rabbit hole, coming out the other side into enlightenment. You're getting lost in the maze. So that's something that I know I shouldn't just say that without backing it up with all the evidence, but I'm going to be doing that in full presentations once the Westworld and the Maze Symbols of Power film is done. Then I'm going to get to that, and I'm going to destroy that. I've got a full article presentation going on that already, just going through the symbolism. I think I might do a live stream on that, just going through my thoughts on it without covering any of the deep, getting all the facts straight, and spending the time and all the editing and the production to make sure that it's a solid case. I want to do these things to where we can just talk about it, and I don't have to worry about making sure everything is completely watertight and making sure it all holds water, which I do in all my film presentations, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. So that's the thing, is I want to go through and get into these things live in real time as they come out, without having to spend months later in production for it to finally come out. All these things like the Florida shooting, which I want to cover as well, live in real time. I wanted to do that as it was happening, but I don't want my channel to get terminated and, risk all of my important work getting taken down just because of these stupid psyops and all these, stupid controversial things that come out. So I was thinking about doing a side channel just where it's a vlog where I do these type of videos. We can talk about just things as they come. I'll do day-to-day, things where show you my health, my fitness, my physical routines, things like that, things about, what I eat in a day, cooking, health tips, lifestyle tips, my insights on current events, recent events, news updates, going through articles that are really important that everyone should know about, all of these things. So yeah, that about does it, guys. I'm going way over the time limit for what I was hoping for this video, but yeah, for those of you that are interested, for those of you who only watch the first 5 minutes, still leave me your comments, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys soon. This one's almost finished, and it's going to be published here, I'm thinking sometime within the week, or at the most sometime next week. Hopefully it should be done before then. So yeah, another thing is my internet connection is so slow, it takes literally almost a week just for a single 2-hour video to upload, or even just a single 10 gigabyte vid to upload. It takes my upload speed is so slow that it's almost impossible to actually upload anything here. So that it really sucks, and there's no other options for the internet here. There's no faster connection. That's the fastest connection available. Even doing satellite internet is only 20 megabyte download speeds and 2 megabyte upload speeds at the most, which is just, it's pathetic. It's absolutely disgraceful. So, can't do any professional online work here. Another reason why I'm looking to move, somewhere else. Although if I moved somewhere where I want to, like Bali or Ecuador, it probably might actually be even worse for my internet connection. But yeah, so hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a great weekend, and look forward to these presentations. I've got a lot in the works, and a lot is going to start pouring out. I'm spending all my time on my productions and getting all this stuff in line and getting it all produced. I don't have time to do the website. I'm gonna find time to do the website and start doing lifting the veil merch line as well. You guys can wear around all the symbols of power symbolism and the linguistic connections as well. You can wear that around in public. I'm gonna start wearing it around and really raising some serious consciousness like that, and raising a lot of interest and a lot of awareness, generating a lot of conversation about this esoteric symbolism and the linguistics of all of this stuff. Everything we've covered in symbols of power and in all of my graphics and all those things. So I think that'll be a really good way to support the work and to also raise consciousness at the same time. You guys can wear that around. It'll generate a lot of interest. So I'm going to start doing that. It's hard to find the time to do that in between the full time I spend, writing the articles and doing the full film and video presentations. So, yeah, that's about it. We're done here. Like, subscribe, share, leave me your comments, your input. Follow me on social media. I'm now on Twitter, Instagram, Steemit especially. I've been publishing my articles on Steemit. Nobody, knows I'm there on Steemit. So if you're there, feel free and share support with me there. I'd be happy to interact with some of your content on there as well if you want to share that with me also. So yeah, I'm on all social media if you want to follow me there. Twitter sucks. It really blows. So I hate Twitter. You can't raise consciousness on Twitter. People think you can, but it's just a big cesspool of garbage. So yeah, Twitter sucks. Although I am on Twitter if you want to, share with me, comment on stuff, share links with me on Twitter. I'll try and pay attention as much as I can. But other than that, yeah, if you're interested, you want to support the work, you want to check out the full articles, the full presentations, get some insider scoops and some insider perks, feel free and subscribe at patreon.com/liftingtheveil. Or you can just follow the work there. You click the follow button, you can get email notifications on all the work there. That way, since the social media is ghost banning and censoring my content, you can get all of it directly. Although a lot of people still haven't even been receiving that on Patreon either. But you can leave your questions. I'll do Q&A updates. I'll do Q&A videos, go through a lot of the questions and the interesting topics that you guys raise on the community tab on my Patreon page. So we'll start doing that. I'll do live streams for just my patrons, exclusive content that way. So yeah, I think those will be some good ideas for projects upcoming. I might do a second channel, or I might just start doing, less formal videos. I might just start uploading those here on the one channel. I'm not sure, but I might do a backup channel just in case, just to be safe. I haven't had time to do that though, to go through and, establish another second channel, but, I might do that if it's necessary. So yeah, thanks for your time, guys, and hope you're having a good weekend, and I'll see you soon. Much love.